Get music as fresh as your sneaker game. Listen to Hip Hop Supreme to hear the hottest tracks burning up the underground. Find the next rapper to reign supreme, only on SoundCloud. Stream the
With nothing left to do but await his fate, this young hopeful receives a check-in from his former high school coach, who's been acting as his advisor through the process.
Major League Baseball first-year player draft. The first pick is officially on the clock. With the first pick, the Detroit Tigers select Steve Pereira, a third baseman from the International region. With the second pick, the San Francisco Giants select Jonah McCormick, a first baseman from the East region. With the third pick, the Philadelphia Phillies select George Pacheco, a center fielder from the International region. With the fourth pick, the Chicago White Sox select Ernest Justice, a second baseman from the Central region.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have picked the White Sox myself, but them's the ones that picked us. So here we go, folks. We're playing for the White Sox.
After a long and lonely first 2 days of the MLB draft, this player's wait is finally over. While being selected is a major milestone, new
Yes, indeed. Here we are.
After impressively finishing out his draft year in a development league, a welcoming manager offers some simple wisdom.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Birmingham Barons and the Chattanooga Lookouts. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Felix Jorge gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. What's your take on him, Dan?
This guy had a year you'd love to forget last year. Look at that ERA, awfully ugly. We'll see if he can rebound and pitch much better. And if he doesn't, his spot in the rotation could be in jeopardy. It will be awfully important that he gets off to a good start in this one.
Left fielder, number 8.
Grady, welcome to the show. Thanks for dropping in. What's up? I'm just playing
Hit out towards
new
second.
player.
Justice
Found the J.J. Harold batting stance, and I just
time,
had to put it on an actual player. So we now have Ernest Justice, a second baseman for the Chicago White Sox organization.
Reactions in the game. That's it at third base. A step and a dive, a little bit of range, but you better be reacting. You better be able to have some.
Now at the plate, Ernest Justice. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll get back in safely.
One out. We got one. Come on, look out.
First delivery to him on the way. Pitch out.
Pitch
out.
Nothing
doing.
Not terribly interested. I don't know. I had been streaming just a minute ago, but had a little computer malfunction. Froze up on me. So.
Throw over to the bag.
Hey, man, come on, throw a ball at me. What's the problem here?
Here we go, right now, fellas.
And another throw.
You kidding
over.
me? Come
And
on,
throw
a pitch.
Safely. Ball 2 now.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
Now the 2-0. Lined into left
All
center.
right.
That's
Way
a
to go,
base hit,
Ernest.
their first of the game. The relay, the tag, and he is out at second.
Ah, heck.
Well, he clearly thought he had a shot at 2 on the hit, but they did a nice job in the outfield of getting it in quick to cut him down.
Man, that was like bang, bang there.
So striding in, Ryan Walker, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Ryan Walker.
The 1-2. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and there's their first hit of the game.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Third baseman, Chris Paul. Here we go, guys. Let's go.
On its tailor-made to short, 6. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and a great job to stick with it here as he gets
Minor
the first
league
out of the inning.
defense.
So that'll go into the books as an E6. Now batting, number 8 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Danny, good evening. Good to see you again. Thank you for
1-1.
dropping by.
Hit out towards second. Justice is up with it, and that's out number 1.
Justice.
Coming to the plate now, Ernest Justice.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Nobody down here.
Now the 2-1. Grounded to short.
Yeah.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Ready for another shot now, Pierre Berg. He flew out in his last at-bat. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Justice is there. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Standing in, Ernest Justice, trying to make it a 2-0 ball game by bringing home that runner from third.
You mean they scored 24 runs on the Phillies yesterday? I've seen that.
To short.
Oh.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Ernesto, what are you doing?
Into the box now, Ernest Justice. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a ball line softly down the right field line.
Hello again, Michael. Sorry for that earlier. We had a little computer malfunction.
Grounder down the line at third.
Yeah.
This will wind up.
It's not like I'm surprised or anything, you know. Phillies have been doing well this year, but like some days you
now
Now
the 0-2 pitch and a changeup swung.
Some days you just set the wrong kind of records.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like you did.
So stepping in, Brock Stassi, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Fielded cleanly on to first, and that'll be a bitter pill to swallow for this home crowd as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Barons get the win despite 3 errors in the field. Colton Turner claims the win out of the pen, his first. Ryan Burr wraps it up for the save, his first of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan
Well, just put it on a tape loop and just play it outside of City Field.
You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score. First for the victorious.
The game's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Time for game 2 of the regular season between the Birmingham Barons and the Chattanooga
Mr. Ernest Justice, and we made him because we actually went into the files and found out what fan favorite
what's your take on him, Dan?
What's his name? J.J. Harrell's batting stance was. You know, dude with the butt up in the air. You do you, man.
And I just had to stick it on one of my characters. He's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. We'll see if that starts in this one today.
And he'll step off the
Here
rubber
we
and
go
to first.
again.
And he'll dive back in safely. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Third inning, no score to this point. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And he's back easily.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now. Hey, have a rip like you can. Here you go.
How could you mistake a Swedish dwarf for a black south baseman or a second baseman?
The 1-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue.
Hey, wait for yours here. Hey, need you right here. One time.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going.
Batting, I think, set to all-star. I'm not anywhere near as good as
takes this the other way to right.
With hitting
that
as
gets
I am
down,
with pitching.
and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
It's the best competition in all of sport, the pitcher against the batter right there. He fouled off multiple pitches, refused to go down. Not only did he get a knock, but he ran some pitch total up too.
The left fielder, number 1, Ryan Bradley.
Missed with a slider.
There isn't a hitter alive that doesn't love hitting in fastball counts like 3-1. It's usually a pretty fruitful count in terms of getting a pitch to drive.
The 3-1 is swung on and missed. A full count now.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Yeah, we got one here. Hey, need you right here, kid. Drive something.
All right, make the turn, make the turn.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Come on, guys.
Roll it up right here.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Number 64 is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Coming to the plate now, Juan Perez, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. The 3-2 pitch is in there, a called strike 3. So it's no runs on 2 hits. errors and 2 men left stranded. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0. Next will be the designated hitter, Ernest Justice. He reached on a single in his first try. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Curveball that time, not even close.
Boy, the curveball just hasn't been there this afternoon, and this is this guy's bread and butter pitch, especially when he gets ahead of hitters. He needs to find that curveball again.
The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone, and with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
The 2-0. 3-0 now.
Well,
come on, man.
Nothing
Work
can
a
make
walk.
you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
Hit down the third base line, and this is going to be a foul ball. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. Fly ball out toward left center field. Burke sprinting after it.
Go, 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 go,
But
go.
it's over his head, and it hops the wall
All right.
for a ground rule double.
Really unfortunate there. Obviously, the runner at second base was going to score easily, but it's possible they could have waved the runner around from first as well. We'll never know,
Hello,
though, as
Ant.
he's
Welcome
forced
to the
hold
show.
runner at
Thanks
third
for coming
because
back.
of the ground rule double.
Left fielder, Ryan Brett.
And a big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second
A little
casualty
bit.
of the inning.
Nothing saying we can't go back to him if that's what people want to see. As I was saying earlier, we finally found the stance that J.J. Harrell, Mr. You Do You,
4 runs here in
has
this
in the
half
road to the show. So I decided I needed to make a character to use it.
Boy, not close again. His 3rd walk of the inning as that misses for ball 4.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Now batting.
So the
Not
bases
really.
are loaded here.
Got like
2
his
men
second
gone,
win of his and the first
standing in,
save
the
of
second
his
baseman,
career.
Johnny Giavotella. 1-1. Here it comes. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
Well, when
What
the
I'm doing
pressure
with the
starts to
titles is just I'm
intensify,
making
it often feels
phonetic
like the strike zone gets
reinterpretations of
harder and harder to
the
hit.
number
This
it
is
is.
a big
So
spot
like
here.
meatball 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 6, so it's literally meatball
2-1.
6.
Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2.
It'd be fun if we had like meatball gets hand, foot, and mouth disease as an event in
Sent
Road
in
to the
the air
Show,
out to
but
straightaway central. Burke is there, and he
It's
puts
not
it
a thing.
away to stop the fleeting. So 4 score in the inning, but it could have been much, much worse as they wind up leaving the bases loaded. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Ernest Justice. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2
I'm not even
line
playing the
into
field.
this
I'm
appearance.
DHing.
And a fastball to start things out.
Oh,
here.
man.
Not close. It's
I was
a ball
wondering
and no
why I was
strikes.
having so little
We're
fielding
in the 6th inning
opportunities.
now of a 4-2 ball game. Rounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
Hey, let's go, kid. What time here?
Ground ball right side.
All right.
And this will get
Another
through
base
to
hit
right,
for
and he's
Ernest
aboard with a single.
Justice.
Hey,
Fight
just a nice
for
piece of hit right there.
justice!
He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Ryan Brett. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll dive back in.
I'm going to get a stolen base here.
And now they've got him picked off. And now he throws on the brakes, but he can't get back to first. And he
twitched the wrong way.
Digging in and looking for more. Ernest Justice.
Apple
he
pie.
singled his last time up.
I mean, if it were up to me, I would have some cherry, but...
And he hung a curveball that time that stayed high.
I actually had some cheesecake
in the zone. You'll see that often early in the game where a pitcher's trying to find that release point, particularly with his off-speed pitches. This game moves on.
High in the air out to center field. Burke moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, one man left on. Not too many more shots. 4-2 the final score tonight. The Birmingham Barons
3 for 4, double with an RBI.
Held on until the end. Chris Volstad earns his first
Granted,
win of the season.
Double,
Lewis Thorpe was only able to work 4 innings. Welcome to MLB The Show, and this Aaron Slagers, the right-hander from Arizona, will be doing the pitching. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy really struggled last year. This season's going to be about a bounce-back year. Real ugly ERA last year. He has a lot to prove to himself and to his teammates that he's a much...
I mean, it's probably Cherry with Apple being a second, close second. Or maybe Apple with Cherry being a close second, depending on the cherry pie.
To the bottom of inning number 3. Chattanooga leads it here. Digging in, Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Ernest Justice. Hey, one pitch. Make it yours.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this, the bullpen might get a day off.
Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired.
Didn't leave while I was drafted. Drafting and left while I was having a computer malfunction. I got drafted by the White Sox, of all people.
Striding forward now is the DH, Ernest Justice, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through into center field for a base hit. In comes the runner from third, and this ball game is tied here in the 7th.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not
What's
easy
going
scoring
on
in the late
is
innings, so that
coming
RBI
back from a
base hit to
computer
tie things up,
malfunction.
that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Ryan Brett.
Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule.
This is a dude by the name of Ernest Justice, and I gave him the J.J. Harrell batting stance.
Now in the box,
and he's on the White Sox
Perez.
affiliate, the Birmingham Barons.
One and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Like, I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that the Yankees own friggin' Citi Field. Second base with secondary position, third and shortstop.
And it's fouled away. Set to deal on 2-2. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. But the tying run comes across here, so it looks like this could be a wire job. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch, and we are ready for another chance. Ernest Justice. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit out towards second.
Dang.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. So digging in now, Ernest Justice. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Here's the first pitch.
I mean, how would you possibly out of curiosity, how would you possibly make catcher more interesting to play?
The 0-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Burke is in pursuit, and the inning is over.
Dang.
No runs, a hit, 2 left. It's getting late. 1 run can win it as we move to the bottom of the 11th. And we are tied 2-2.
Yeah, they just kind of had me as a DH this whole time.
The Stars of tomorrow. Brady Anderson, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes,
more power.
you have the big advantage.
Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, coming off last night's W, we had a chance to catch up with the manager. He just
Ernest
liked the way
Justice
guys are
dreams
playing.
of
They're
warning
showing up
track
to the
power.
yard, ready to go. They're playing as a collective group. A lot of good things happen.
I mean, they make it so that you can turn off fielding opportunities if you're so inclined. So if you only want to play if you only want to play the batting opportunities, you can. If you only want to play the fielding opportunities, you can. If you want to play every pitch, I think you can.
So the lineup flips over and digging in. Ernest
I'm just not sure that you would be able to keep your sanity playing a
2 at this point.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get him in.
At the plate, Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit in the air to right field. Moving under it, Paul. And he brings it in for the second out.
The problem is not so much lack of contact, it's just lack of power.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Birmingham Barons jumped ahead in the 7th inning.
Justice has no home runs.
Minor League Baseball is now at the plate, Ernest Justice. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Designated hitter, Ernest Justice.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. Paul takes it in. And there's 1 gone to start the night. Standing in, Ernest Justice. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. And the runner back.
Hey, get ahead, stay ahead right now. Here we go now. Come on now, 1 time.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Almost a worm burner as he misses
he's
on a low fastball.
Mr. Reliable, if I remember correctly. Nothing terribly exciting. It's just a dude. Just a dude who's amazing at baseball.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Foster has it in his sights. He makes the play.
I said a dude who's amazing at baseball.
So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Number 8 is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Getting out to the outfield, I'm just not getting that many line drives. They're all pop flies.
So a crucial moment
here.
No,
I haven't added Jason to this game. I really ought to. I had to like grab the.
Representing the possible goal.
I had to grab. I guess what I ought to do
First
is like.
pitch on its way. This is
line get down. Dang it!
Hardly need to move out there and left as this is hauled in for the first out.
Ernesto, what are you doing?
Into the box, Ernest Justice. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game.
What I ought to do is I ought to take some time, get the latest OSFMs,
real quick, and the last thing you want
and
to do
edit in
fall behind. Needs to get back
Jason
in
and
the
friends
zone
into
right
the lower levels. At that point, I would probably use that for a.
Now the 1-0. Line to
Get
the
down.
right side.
Yes.
And that's in there. Base hit.
I'd probably use that for a as the basis for a.
And no sense
What's it
risking
called?
anything here as the bases will be
franchise.
loaded now with still nobody out.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Now batter.
Well, somebody hit a grand salami.
That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now.
It'd be really interesting
Bases
to have
loaded here,
like
nobody out.
Jason Parham, John Contreras, Howie Do-It.
Count
I
still at
actually don't know.
1-2.
You know, believe it or not, I've never actually gone into the. I've never gone into the rosters and tried to add players to the game.
Needs a
It's just
punch
not
out
something
here.
I've ever
Can he
done.
get it? Yes, he can. A swing and a miss, and that's a big out number 1. So a big moment here, and standing in, Johnny Giavotella. But a single
Okay,
here
Johnny.
would reduce the
Knock us
deficit to
in.
only 1. The 1-2. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. There's 1. On to
Oh, and he
first, and he
grounded
rolls the
into a
play
double
ball to end it
play.
here as
Oh,
this
gosh.
ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season.
5-3, fly out to right field, fly out to left field, line out to left field, and a base hit. Man.
A Double-A hitting coach touches base with a new arrival to the team.
Oh, and we have Yohan Moncada to contend with? Dang. Right now he's at a 273. So, not great, but like not terrible by any stretch of the imagination. Trying to think who I would want to run a franchise of if I were to do that. I was thinking about maybe doing the whatchamacallit, Oakland A's.
It's time for baseball now as the show's tour of the minors continues with a stop in the Southern League. It's the home opener of this new season between the Montgomery Biscuits and the Birmingham Barons. Number 18 gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy has 3 pitches that he brings into his mix. And if he has all of them working, he has a chance to be really solid. A good pitcher, but he needs command of all 3 of his pitches.
Well, one of them was because I was streaming earlier and I had a computer crash.
Those are visiting team as they take the field after a scoreless top half.
And the other one is because I came back and kept doing it.
In their first 5.
Yeah, Matty, for me, I'm going to go off script here. I think one of the keys to winning this game, I get it. The pitcher has to throw strikes. The offense has to show up. But I need more energy, more focus. I need guys flying around. I need guys looking like they want to win a ball game.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Strike two at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Chopped weakly to the left. Hay charging in on it, and a good throw gets him one gone.
And I'm still DHing.
Stepping up to the plate, Ernest Justice. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand.
Oh.
Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Hey, D-Roll, that's great hustle out of the box right there. The shortstop has to go deep in a hole to make the play, but he was thinking base hit as soon as he made contact.
Yeah, perfect placement right there. He's definitely rewarded for it right there. Nice play by the shortstop. There's not much you can do. You can either plant that right foot and try and come unglued with a throw to first base. You can use the Derek Jeter, try and jump throw, but I didn't think he was going to get him either way.
Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here. Justice leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Well, I would, but like the Phillies,
the runner back safely.
I think the Phillies, if I were to use their regular roster going into this game, I think they would be doing pretty well for themselves. Might be a different, you know, they
down the third baseline.
They weren't the best team last year, but like they're hardly slouches this year.
Base hit. And he is in there.
All right.
Hey, after back-to-back
get that
two-out
hustle,
hits right
Ernest.
now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap.
I mean, not for nothing are they contending for the NL East this year. And if they're not, you know, even if they aren't going to win the division, they're certainly in the running for the wild card. So they're, you know, they're a playoff team this year.
Well hit to right, but foul.
Then again, the Oakland Athletics are probably going to be a playoff team this year, considering the way they've been playing.
Fly ball out toward left center field.
Get down.
Long run for the center fielder, and that ends the inning. So it's no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left. Striding in once again, Ernest Justice. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit back up the middle. Palacios
I do my very best to be objective, and I'm not always successful, but at the very least, I try to admit when I'm being a homer. And in this case, I don't think I'm being that much of a homer. The Phillies' defense has not been the best, you know, and even their run production hasn't been good at times. But at the same time, they're in the running. So
ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line toward the gap
get down.
In center. And that's going to be a base hit.
Hello, your name. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by.
So striding forward now, Juan Perez, leadoff man on base, and we'll see what they have in mind strategy-wise here. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Missed with a slider. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse
I mean,
game
if you'd asked me at the start
on.
of the season who I thought was going to make it to the postseason out of the NL East, I would have said probably Nationals and Braves.
Set and the 2-1 pitch. Lifted down the line.
The Phillies have been in it, man. They've been doing their job.
And they can't run it down. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. A dive, but he's back. Working for the punch-out and the offering. Grounder down the line at third. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him. Stepping in, Johnny Giavotella. It's his job to get something into the outfield and give that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. A throw behind the runner at second, and he just manages to get his hand in. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Alaniz playing here in his age 26 season. He's got a sinker, a slider, a four-seam fastball, and a changeup. The 1-2. In the dirt here. The throw will go to third. The tag's there, and he's out trying to steal third. Great throw. At the plate, Ernest Justice. He'll be looking for something to drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from
steal
first.
bases.
And he'll get back in safely. And another snap throw to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in there. From the belt, the pick. Here's a line drive. That is
you are kidding me,
you talk
man.
about the right place at the right time, as that'll strand the tying run aboard, and this ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
The game's future start.
And they still got me DH.
Riding into the box, Ernest Justice. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line toward the alley in left center.
RBI
and that gets
single.
down as he can't get there in time. The runner from third comes across to score
need to
as they
get
try
greedy.
and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Outside of taking a ball in the seats, Dan, these were my favorite knocks to get. 2 outs, man on third, and you're able to upset that entire team, including that pitcher, with a late 2-out ribby knock.
And so frustrating from a pitcher standpoint, D-Roy. You're in trouble. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of some trouble. Make 1 bad pitch, a base hit. The inning continues, and another run batted in.
The 2-1 pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a hot shot toward third. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. Justice rounds the corner and is headed home. Safe at the plate. It's a 2-2 game.
And that just pains a pitcher. They're already given up a run in the inning, and he has 2 outs, almost out of trouble, but then serves up a mistake. The runner busted around the bases to score from first, and the hitter is in scoring position on second.
Windmill.
In now, Ernest Justice.
He
reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat. And he takes ball 1. Chopped weakly to the left. Hay gonna have to hurry.
Run.
Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
Put some more time in on the track, Ernest.
Digging in, Ernest Justice. He's got runners at the corners here with only 1 gun. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss at a ball down.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Lawson, a native Floridian. He throws a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he fouls this one off. 4 runs here in this half inning.
Hey, 90 feet anyway, kid. Here we go.
A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the
That was
second
just
out.
bad
Stepping up now,
disappointment,
Ernest
Ernesto.
Justice. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they can get out of this jam, though. Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Hey, let her fly right here.
Soft liner to the right
Down.
side. That's in there.
Gotcha.
Base hit. 1 run is scored. And a relay home.
And that plate's two, man. 2 RBI single.
Boy, talking about having
Get
ducks on the
this
pond
man
right there, D-Rose.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember. But without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
The left fielder, number 1, Ryan Brett.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2.
Well, this season is off to a rough start for him, and I think the worst part is when you're getting your hat handed to you early this season, you look up and you see your ERA in the double digits. It takes a long time to get an ERA to come down when you're only pitching an inning or 2 at a time. What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
Digging in to try it again, Juan Perez. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Force base. Take the easy way now.
Yeah, here we go, big guy. Come on.
Line towards center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So this once slim lead is slim no longer as 5 runs come across to score to help build a substantial advantage. 7th inning coming up. The Barons are out in front here. 13.
Oh yeah, Ernesto.
Now at the
Keep
plate,
piling
Ernest
it
Justice.
on.
And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone, and with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
2 balls and a strike to count.
Let's go.
Hey, we're pacing up there.
The 2-1 on its way. A breaking ball taken on the inside corner.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big
Anybody see that pitch that Scott Kingery did in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday?
A lot of hitters have a tendency to open
that
up way too
long,
early,
slow
and they
blooper.
can't make good contact on that pitch.
On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 2 hits.
I've ever
no
seen an
errors,
ethos like
and
that.
2 left. 8th inning coming up.
It seemed like everyone had a hand in this win, and that's usually the case when you win a game by 8 runs. Feels good to dominate a game like that.
15-7 is the final score here. The Barons swung the bats well with 16 hits. Dunning claimed the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours, 16 minutes.
The stars of tomorrow. Now batting, Ernest Justice. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here comes the first pitch. A bouncer up the middle, reined in. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. With a moment now, let's have a look at the striding in, Ernest Justice. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Perez leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. 2-0. Hit high in the air down the right field line. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And the runner scores from second as they chip into the deficit here.
Yeah.
Stepping into the box, Jacob Down.
Squander every possible chance, aren't I?
Ready once again, Ernest Justice. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. Now the 1-1 pitch. On the ground is short. This could be two.
Play ball.
Second for one. Good. On to first, and they get the double play.
That's a damn shame.
So coming to the plate, Ernest Justice.
Designated hitter, Ernest Justice.
Here's the first pitch to him. First pitch of the AB is swung on and lifted in the air to straightaway center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away. 8-4 tonight. The Biscuits jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Kyle Hurd earns his first win of the season. Tyler Danish couldn't get out of the first in this one as he takes the minor league baseball is live and on. Jordan Stevens is the man on the mound for the 4th game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Put a good swing on it. Here we go.
Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
You're in trouble now.
Make a turn, pick it up.
There's a line drive base hit to left field.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
Left field, number 1, Ryan Brett.
Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1.
All right, come on now. Hey, let's go, kid. One time right here.
And now they've got him in a rundown. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second.
I'm going to get the cutscene where the manager comes to give me a talking to.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Get your pitch, huh?
Runner goes for second. Pitch outside. The throw. He is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Eddie. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
Fouled off.
Hey, drive it. Here we go.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Dang it. Oh, well.
Stepping in, Ernest Justice. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Down now. Hey, get your pitch. See through, huh? Let's go.
And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We're through 6 full. The Barons are out in front here, 2-0. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. Birmingham used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. It's time for baseball.
How many of these games have we played in a row? About 7 or 8?
Ready now, Ernest Justice. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Hey now, we got 2. Hang up, Here we go.
Couldn't wait back.
Gosh.
A swing and a miss.
I am possibly the worst batter of all time.
Just work the
saying.
ball up the middle the other way. It's extremely difficult when a guy's throwing this hard to stay back on a breaking ball.
This ball's down, and that could bring in a run.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hit streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Hey, we got 2.
The 1-1 home. Swing and a little tapper, but it gets fouled. Bases are loaded here, 2 down.
Drive it. Come on, kid.
Now a swing and a fly ball. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. We've played 2 full. Birmingham leads this thing 1-0. Stepping into the box, Ernest Justice. He singled his last time up.
Good evening, Dia. Welcome to the show. Thanks for dropping by. We found the J.J. Harrell batting stance,
First
as I'm
offering
sure
on
you can
its way.
see.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Under it is the center fielder, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out. Now to the plate, Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last at-bat.
This is Ernest Justice, second baseman for the Chicago White Sox organization.
Ground out to short. Oh, look at the sliding stop. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side.
Although, at the moment, they've got him playing designated hitter all the time, so I don't know.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched 1-run game. Both hurlers battled.
A player receives advice about the refining of his game.
Well, it would help to improve my fielding skills if you let me go out and field. Because presently, all you got me doing is hitting in the designated hitter spot. I believe in MLB The Show you can only manage existing teams, which kind of makes it such that I would have to pick a team that currently exists, and I don't think it's like Madden where you can actually move the teams to other cities. But I was speculating earlier on whether or not it would be worthwhile or fun to run a franchise using a roster file that has the Tyrant Saber, Road to the Show All-Stars seeded throughout the various organizations.
Welcome to MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Birmingham Barons and the Jackson Generals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Number 29 gets the call for game 1 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Ernest Justice. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. First offering on its way. He's running. Hit on the ground toward the left. And that gets through.
I mean, there's nothing stopping me from making a
so even on the hit and run,
Diamond Dynasty team under that moniker, but like in terms of franchise mode.
He extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and
I mean, they have something called ranked seasons in Diamond Dynasty. It's just you are reliant on your collection of cards, which requires you to spend quite a bit of money to get a decent.
Now the 3-2 pitch.
Team.
Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Or to get really
nice
lucky in a short number of
You don't
draws.
usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
The 1-1 is looked at off the plate for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2 down, runners at first and second.
Hey, let's make a play and hold them right here. Here we go.
And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run-scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Gonna have to make some good pitches here.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Hit hard to the right. But foul.
I tried to blot that period of my life out of mind completely.
Now the payoff pitch home. And another foul ball.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go. Big
High in the air out to center field.
Every game preceded by
a beat on it.
A flaming car crash, flaming demolition derby in the outfield.
Hit 2 left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Generals lead it 1-0. Digging in, Ernest Justice and Dan.
Oh goodness, 12-0.
Really
well, shit, we might as well swing for the fences, right?
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
No strike. Here we go now. Let's go.
Outside, 3-0 now.
Great AB so far. I'd really like to see this guy work a walk and get on base for this team. Maybe give them a shot of confidence that they.
Line drive to center field, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon. So the leadoff man's aboard in their half of the 6th inning.
Not everyone feels comfortable pulling the clutch on 3-0 pitch right there, but he stayed within himself, didn't try and do too much, didn't turn and burn, and just hit a nice, hard single on a 3-0 count.
It's tough. I mean, it doesn't work quite the way you'd expect it to.
Runners off for second. Pitch outside. The throw.
There we go. Finally stole a base.
He's in there easily at second.
The way it works is obviously you have to have your PCI, your contact indicator, where the ball is going to wind up, which the red trajectory will show. And then you hit the button when the outer circle overlaps with the inner circle on the indicator, which is a timing kind of thing.
Oh man, he took a swing and a half at that.
And even when you get good, even when you have the indicator right on it, even when you have perfect timing, sometimes you just, clack it straight at a fielder.
Good job going down and hanging with it that time.
all that the Showtime does is it takes some of the reaction time out of the equation.
He wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Johnny Giavotella. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. A ball and 2 strikes now. Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Heading out towards shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the 6th we go. At the plate, Ernest Justice. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Check swing, too close to call, so the appeal goes down to Eric Summersgill, who says he did go around. That's strike 1.
Here we go, guys. Let's do it.
The 0-1 on its way. This is flared out towards second. And this will get over his glove.
That'll get a couple runs across.
Get up all the way. It's a base hit.
Raga, good to see you, man. How's it going?
Well.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or 8th in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So his final line will show 6 2/3 innings pitched. He was very effective out there, no doubt. So with a left-handed hitter waiting, they'll go to their own left-hander out of the bullpen.
Okay, kids, here we go.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Looking to minimize the damage here. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Dugan is under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. Jackson leads this one 12-2.
Don't count on.
They just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
12-2, the final score in this ball game. The Generals scored 12 times en route to a win tonight.
Right now, I got a second baseman by the name of Ernest Justice playing in the Chicago White Sox organization, second base, and I found the J.J. Harrell batting stance finally, so that's what he's got.
Between the Birmingham Barons. So striding forward now, Ernest Justice. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
He's just doing him right now.
Line toward the alley in left center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Oh, okay. I see how it's going to be. You're going to implore that. You're going to use the ambush tactics and not playing nice right there. Usually, you're supposed to take the 0-0 pitch to start the game. He wasn't paying attention.
In the second spot.
And he'll step off and fire to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Justice on at first, nobody out.
Have to tell you, if Trump came up to the plate in the Jason Parham series, then I would probably plunk him a couple times.
And just tag him out along the first base line. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. What do we need to know about these guys for this evening's matchup on the road, D-Row?
Well, Matty, you look at this lineup. The key to success
William
is scoring
Taft,
early. putting the other team on their heels and allowing their
now there's a guy to
go
make,
out there
to make Meet Baul look like
he can execute his game plan,
like
attack and stay in the zone. This
hell's it
offense
called?
needs
Morning
to get
Star
on the
Patty.
floor.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
The 1-1. And a pitch down that swung on and sent to second base. And there's out number 2.
Grover Cleveland.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Mason Robbins. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out
Too bad
last
they don't
night's
make
game.
a stovepipe
Set,
baseball
and the
hat.
payoff pitch. Count still full, 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Hit in the air out to straightaway left field. Moving under it, Fuentes. And the inning is over. So they're able to get the runner to third in the opening half inning, but can't bring him around. So it's on to the bottom of inning. So striding in, Ernest Justice. He reached on a single in his first try. Line drive to left.
Oh, yeah.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball.
Problem is,
right
we've
there.
had
I don't see him
45
stopping.
presidents. Well, 44 technically. But we've got 44 presidents. And we've only got a 40-man roster, and 25 men can play on the major league team.
To 2-2 now.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that two-seamer up in the zone.
Mr. Reliable is his archetype.
Popped him up. And there's the second out as he squeezes it in the coach's box. Now at the plate, Johnny Giavotella. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. 3-2 pitch. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
Pretty sure that's still not enough to get you down to 44
Coming to the
40
plate
man
now,
roster.
Mason Robbins, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Justice over at second. Giavotella at first, 2 out in the inning. This pitch is popped up. And he'll reach first as they can't make
What
the
the
play
hell
on
was
it.
that?
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery, made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
Minor league defense, man,
And
it's
he
a thing.
strikes him out. So a missed opportunity at the plate as he strands 3 runners and the side is retired. So they pick up no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and 3 men left on base. Digging in once again, Ernest
Living the
Justice.
dream, though,
He singled
playing
his last
road
time
to the
up.
show as a designated hitter.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch. Hey, come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Line
Jason has
towards
not
center
surrendered a
field.
grand slam yet.
And that's in there.
Yet.
Base hit. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Hey, we're in the middle of this one already, D-Row, and they finally score a run, and they've had a tough time scoring some runs.
Yeah.
You mean Trump is useless 94% of the time, and the other 6% of the time he's overpaid and overrated?
Confidence it needs.
The left fielder, number 32, Jacob Mann.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Gonzalez giving chase, but no chance to run it down. It's a foul ball. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So 1 run here on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 minutes. Ready for another shot now, Ernest Justice. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. First pitch of the at-bat. And a fastball just a bit up. Perez, base runner at first with 1 out.
Now, 1 time, right here.
Runners on the move for second. In there, now the throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Let's go now. 1 time.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed.
Yeah, right there. It's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up, and he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the 2nd out.
It's a little more dignified than a sacrificed bunt.
Coming to the plate now, Ernest Justice. He'll look to keep it going. 3 for 4 so far in the ball game.
He is. He's actually in contention on Cy Young this year.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gonzalez on the move. He's got it, and they get out of the jam unscathed. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. The Barons are out. A 4-1 finish in this evening's game. The Barons took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Chris Volstad earns the win, his 2nd. Anthony Vasquez. The game's future stars are on display as Taylor Clark gets the ball in game 3.
Got to figure out a way to.
What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start,
but
he
in
did
high
pitch
def
well enough
here
to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
And we are underway as the
yeah,
first pitch
but
of the
like
afternoon is
you know,
taken
Jason's
for
at
ball
bats were like
Dan
30
Zero
seconds
at
best
home
this season,
they
so
take the field here
I don't feel like we're
They
saving
come in
that much
scuffling
time.
a bit of late, just 2 and 4 over their last 6 games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Dugan is over a few steps toward the line, and he has it for the 1st out. And now we'll look at the starting.
I think it's better
lineup
for everybody that Jay went to the American League just so that people don't get this.
Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last.
He's not Cuban. He's from Texas.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ground ball left side. Ellis.
I've been calling him
there.
Ernesto a lot, but
Threat
I
will
don't
not
think that's
come to
because
pass
he's
as
Cuban.
the inning is over. So no runs on no hit. Standing in, Ernest Justice. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. High in the air down the right field line. Dugan moving to his left. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
All right, Dia, have a great night. Thanks for dropping by.
So stepping in, Ernest Justice. 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, he and his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
So they'll go to the bullpen now, and it'll be the left-hander here to face the upcoming left-handed batter.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
And another snap throw to the bag. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Runner goes for second. Grounded down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And he'll snap one over to first. Runner back safely.
I'm just going to annoy the hell out of this pitcher.
Go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out.
Hey, come on, big guy. Get the pitch.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Number 89.
Settling in now, number 89. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he has delivered on 3 and 2 as he comes up big. It's a base hit, but he gets back in time safe at second base.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sink and cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
And the runner back. Missed with a breaking ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Pitch outside, the throw. It's there in plenty of time. He's out trying to steal third as they get the lead runner here. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Ernest Justice. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Puello has it in his tracks, and he makes the catch for the second out. And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Jackson Generals jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead. Minor League Baseball is live and on the air. Coming to the plate now, Ernest Justice. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
Designated hitter.
First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard to short. He's got it. Throw on to first in time, 1 away. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Next will be the designated hitter, Ernest Justice. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Skied into straightaway right. Dugan has a read on it. And that's the 3rd out. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. Digging in, Ernest Justice. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Mac. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit.
Striding forward now is the DH, Ernest Justice. He flew out in his last at-bat. From the stretch. Grounded back up the middle.
Man, I can't even get a hit off of meatballs.
Throw on to first, 2 gone. Now in the box, Ernest Justice.
Now batting. Designated hitter. Ernest Justice.
He's set. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside.
Hey, 1 pitch right here. Come on now.
Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Line hard toward right center, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Hey, that ball was hit hard. Good job.
So he waited till the 9th inning, but he comes through here to extend the hit streak. That was close.
Yeah, Matty B, you see that wry smile of him coming out of the box right there. He knew what was on the line. He'd be lying if he did it.
There's a lot of pressure on him because you're walking into that batter's box thinking, I have a nice streak going, and this is more than likely going to be my last AB. He comes through in the clutch.
And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as decided. Digging in and looking for more, Ernest Justice. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit in the air to straightaway center. Center fielder has a beat on it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So just the one. This evening's game comes to an end. 5-4, the final tally. Ryan Burr claims the win out of the pen. Welcome to MLB.
This
Now
stinks.
at the plate, Ernest
I was really kind of hoping to have some opportunities to field, and yet they're just using me as a designated hitter. Not ideal.
A bouncer to the left side.
Man.
He's right there.
Good.
Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Well, if you're superstitious and believe in omens, this is really a bad sign. First hitter of the game, first chance to set the tone, and he sails the throw. We'll see if that was a fluke or the beginning of a trend.
The dead ball era, yes.
Second, the right fielder, number 32.
A lot of small ball, a lot of stolen bases.
On the ground to the right side. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
I'm not in the MLB because I just started this player and he still really kind of sucks.
And that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over.
I don't know that I have any real thoughts on it.
Into the box now.
I personally like games that have home runs in them, and there weren't a whole lot of those in the dead ball era.
No offer on that one.
That was like
Fellas are home 9 as they
that was
begin
like Christy
play here this evening. They come in
Mathewson
scuffling
and
a bit of late, just
Ty
2-4
Cobb and all
over their
those
last 6
guys.
games.
Yeah, man,
there were a lot of greats that played in that era, but it was also a very different beast to the kind of baseball that gets played today.
They split it 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 at his homestand.
Hit down the third base line. To his right, Ellis.
That said, I have to imagine that a lot of those old-time baseball players would have a very difficult time in the modern day.
Ready for another chance, Ernest Justice. He reached base on an error and later came around to score last time up.
Yeah, there was actually a batter who got pegged by a ball and died. I think he's the only player that's ever died in the history of Major League Baseball.
Base hit.
He got hit by a ball, but prompted the use of batting helmets. Made it so they started changing out balls every time they started getting scuffed and dirty.
Some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And a dive, but he's back. He's running. Pitch misses low. The throw down. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Dang.
So digging in now, Ernest Justice. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Ernest Justice.
Here we go, fellas, let's go.
Oh, he's going to hit me.
Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. And there's ball 2 now.
Come on, big dog, get your pitch.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
Well, thank you, Bill. I'm happy to hear that. I do my best for you guys.
There we go.
The 3-1 pitch.
I would say the gameplay is nothing special, but I try to put a lot of work into my videos.
On his second base hit of the game.
Appreciate that.
So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his second hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
At the plate, Jacob May. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Now we'll step off and fire to the bag. And a dive, but he's back in.
Thank you very much.
And another snap throw to the bag. And the runner back safely.
I had to start doing this whenever somebody's likely to start bunting.
Runners off for second. Strike called. Now the throw down.
Oh, heck.
On the money, and he's cut down trying to take second base. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ernest Justice. He singled his last time up. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit.
And that's an RBI for Mr. Ernest Justice. Fight for justice!
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Now a move over to first. A dive, but he's back. And again a throw, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. And he will take ball 4. First and second now with nobody out.
As a former pitcher, I can tell you nothing is worse than having to battle not only the hitter, but the umpire as well. He didn't get some of the calls there, but there's nothing he can do about that now. Just got to go right after the next guy.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Slow bouncer to the right side, but that one rolls foul. Justice on second. May at first with no outs. This is hit softly to third, but gloved by the third baseman for the out. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, number 89, a hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ball game.
There we go. One time.
High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Now a look and a throw back to second. And he'll dive back in. First and second now, 1 man out. And now the runner's trying for third. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
As a manager, you never really want to put a man on by a hit by pitch, but you absolutely hate to have it happen when it loads the bases. Now the pitcher is looking a little shaky, and the threat of a big inning is very real.
Now at the plate, number 17. It's been a rough go at things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys.
And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field.
Break out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma.
Slam.
That's a grand salami.
So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. First home run of the campaign for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
And that is why you just can't put yourself in a bases loaded situation. You've got nowhere to put the hitter, and he knows it.
Standing in, Ernest Justice.
Still managed
working
to
on a
tie
3-hit ball game right now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a whiff at a good slider that time.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Gonzalez has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. A tight one, 7-6, the final score tonight. The Birmingham Barons came through.
Oh well, 4 for 5 in the day is not bad. Well, here's the thing, Raga. I'm technically a second baseman in position, but they've got me playing DH. They've got me playing designated hitter. So I don't have much opportunity to do much fielding on account of I'm not on the field most of the time.
It's time for baseball. Stepping up to the plate, Ernest Justice. He'll get to take his first cuts here. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he's back in standing. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A swing and a miss at the good old.
Hey man, I'm not arguing with you necessarily. I feel like I should be out there, you know, playing a position, contributing to the team in more ways than just swinging a bat.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things trending in the right direction.
Not that my bat is not contributing. It's just, you know,
a bunch of runs, and
be nice if I could
continue that today. And they'll have
get out on the field
following the one-out single.
Hey Dan, as a former pitcher, that knock just took him to a 12-game hit streak. Is that in the packet when you're looking over the lineup?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, D-Row. You go into a pitcher's meeting, and they're making fully aware of who's hot and who's not. And trust me, they knew that he had an 11-game hitting streak. And after that knock, it's an even dozen.
Batting fourth, catcher, Jack Collins.
There goes the runner. Strike taken to throw. Not in time as he steals second. So he swipes second successfully, but you have to wonder now if that might actually end up taking the bat out of the hands of one of their better hitters.
Well, that's a good point, Matt, but I'd be a little surprised if that's the case. It's still early and the game is tied, so that would be a pretty cautious move to pitch around him here or just walk him flat out.
Hey, get a good one here right now.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Popped him up. Hudson
he would have to either request a starting job or they would have to.
Great scoring opportunity
they would
miss
have
right
to
there. You talk
ask
about
him to switch it up.
Popping it up with 2 runners in scoring position. He'd like
Is that
to
something that you'd like to see? Because I think the end of Meaty season might be coming up, so it's not unthinkable that he could go
clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
Starter.
And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. Stepping in, Johnny
3-2, 2 outs.
Great chance to drive in
Everybody's
a run here
running.
in the early going. 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He got him. So a bit of a rocky start there as they're able to load.
Come on, sit on something right
now
here.
with the plate, Ernest Justice, and their runners at the corners now.
Ernest Justice.
From the belt, kicks and deals. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Hey, your pitch right here.
The 1-0. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. A 1-1 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Saved by the
Boy, you better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Strike 2 swinging.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Come on now, rip
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base. And after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. At the plate, Ernest Justice. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Brett stands at first with one out. And there he goes towards second. Pitches a cold strike. The throw. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
You got two down. Hey, here we go. Come on now.
1-1 is laid off for ball 2. 3-1 our score as we play inning number 5.
Hey, let it rip, let it go.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Rodriguez scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing across here this half. Striding in once again, Ernest Justice. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Here's a pop-up now. Number 15 is there for it. One away.
Well, and then yesterday they won a game by like 20-odd runs.
So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home
against the Phillies, who are leading their division. I can't decide what's scarier. That the Jason Parham MLB Road to the Show is a completely fictionalized version of what happens in the world of baseball, or that it's an accurate representation of how people actually play the game. Either one is terrifying. So let's play a little more meat. Let's go, Meaty. Meet Baul. It's got his name on it. We might as well play some more of them.
Morton Ball takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. Jose Perella come on to pinch hit here in a big spot. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Galvis, the runner at first with 2 gone. Chopped weakly to the left. He'll go the short way to panic at second, and that ends the inning.
3 pitches, 1 out.
So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the Giants 6 and the Diamondbacks 5. Ryan Rua will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with 2 on.
Well, just another day at the
Can't blame me for that one.
That
I did my
stretches their
job.
winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game: pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how?
Now Morton Ball has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Randy Johnson was a freak in every sense of the word.
Leading off the inning, Paul Goldschmidt, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Here we go. 1 time. Here you go.
1 ball and 1 strike to the Diamondbacks first baseman.
This is one of those classic cases of the right guy at the right spot. They need to get a rally going, and this is maybe their best hitter, so he's the right guy in the right spot for this team right now.
Goldie, I got nothing against you, but I want you off my plate. Now get.
That one misses, and I think a ballpark full of umpires disagrees. It's 2-2.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
First offering on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Under it is Myers, and there are 2 away now. Up next for Arizona, David Peralta. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
1-0 pitch on the way. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
Yeah.
You got to be paying
pretty
attention as an
unambiguously
offense
he
in a
was on
hitter's meeting in this
steroids,
situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
8th inning, 4-1 is our score. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Diamondbacks down in order. They trail it 4-1. Evan Longoria will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Come on, Longo. Let's go, Dongo.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And the score finishes
4-1
today. The San Francisco Giants used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Chris Stratton records the victory, his 13th of the year. Hunter Strickland records the save, his 32nd of the season. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
No, McGuire only ever had 70 in a year. Barry Bonds had 73.
With the season winding down and his team teetering at the edge of the race, this skipper makes a final plea for a show of mettle.
How are we doing anyway? I haven't even paid attention. Second wild card spot. That ain't bad. We got to stay ahead of the Rockies, who are half a game behind us.
Baul will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Baul.
Next to the plate.
Basically, it's because the owner of the club is a real asshole.
For him in his last
Raga, that's why.
Hunter Renfroe.
George Steinbrenner.
He's set and the pitch. High and deep to right center.
Oh dear.
Myers going back to the
That's
track, and it's gone.
out of here. Oh no, Meaty. You gave up a meatball.
Solo shot to right center.
That meat wasn't for anyone but yourself.
At this point, it's now a 6-5 game.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
In now, Cordero down the third baseline.
Bye, Franchi.
On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Fernando Tatis is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one.
Watch your hip.
Turned on down the line, but this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row,
one of the things about pitching is you want to
have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Hit back up the middle. And the inning will
continue.
Meaty,
you should have caught that.
For a two-out hit. So the two-out hit keeps the top of the eighth inning extended.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped a base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Standing in now, Austin Ray. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. Here comes the 0-1. Skied into straightaway right. Myers is under it. And
that was far from the ideal inning, but
it's a run on 2 hits, 1 left. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. San Francisco leads this one 6-5. Joe Pennick will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Joe Pennick.
And these home fans are getting a little spoiled as they take the first 3 of this 4-game homestand. They might want to break out the brooms for the next one as they look to finish off with a big sweep.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Giants win their 40th game in front of the home crowd this year. Chad Kuhl gets to double digits with his 10th win of the year. Dinelson Lamet permitted 6 earned runs. Morton Hall waited a long time, but he'll come on to work in the 16th inning.
Man, this one went into the 16th. My goodness.
Digging in now for San Diego, Cordero, as he's set to go to lead off the top half. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a little tapper. The 0-1 on its way. And he lays off for ball 1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little
closer,
that
a man like Meet Baul would only hit dingers. He's a 3 true outcome guy. He strikes out, he walks, or he gets a home run.
See it drive it. See it drive it.
Lifted down the line in left. Rua is after it. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. In now, Fernando Tatis. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. And that one just missed outside. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
You got this.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself at counts where he's likely to be successful.
Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. On to first, and there were 2 down. And that'll bring in Carlos Asuaje. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Down the left field line and deep. And this will wind up a foul ball. And he strikes him out here for round number 3. So after the scoreless top half, they'll have a chance to win it here in the bottom half. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Score remains tied 6 apiece. Digging in, Austin Ray.
Hitting off for San Diego. Captain, Austin.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. There's a knuckleball bobbing and weaving right over the outside corner. Swing and a little blooper to center. In there, a base hit. With that, the inning opens with the Padres getting their leadoff man on base.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah. Think it when you're flowing like he is right now. He's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out. So a big spot here, and stepping in, Manuel Margot. And he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And that's the second out.
Come on, Meaty, you got this.
Stepping up now, number 85, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Here's the first pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. He's in there at the plate. And deep into extra innings, they have taken the lead. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. It was a walk in his last trip. From the stretch, there's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the... When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
2 out with the man at first.
Hey, get your pins. No one better right now.
Hit on the ground out to short.
Dribbler,
Iglesias is there.
Damage is done.
A short way to panic at second, and that ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. And now this crowd finds their club behind the 8 ball here. Alan Cordova will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And this afternoon's closes at a 1-run game, 7-6 today. The San Diego.
Sorry, Meaty. You suck.
With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand.
I forget what his overall is.
Morton Ball is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 0, Morton Ball.
Striding into the box, Paul Goldschmidt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Hello, Neff. How's it going?
Over the inside
Thanks
corner.
for dropping by.
Hey, no one down here.
Is put in play to the right side of the infield. To his left, Panic on to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home eighth. Ready now for the Diamondbacks. Jake Lamb singled home run in his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. A cold strike on the inside corner. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Swing and a drive to right.
Oh, dear.
There it goes.
Bye.
Gone.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
A knuckleball right over the middle of the plate. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
I don't know. Is your granddad a Swedish dwarf who throws a knuckleball left-handed?
The 0-1 pitch. Misses for ball 1. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. The 2-1. Fouled away.
You got this, Meaty.
Bases are empty. 1 man.
Don't worry. Don't stress. Just focus on getting your guy out.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Now batting.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he'll go after the first pitch and line one into right field for a base hit.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Into the box now, Steven Souza, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. But not before the lone hit in the inning. The solo home run makes this a 1-run ball game. We played 8 full. It's the Giants 5 and the Diamondbacks 4. Hunter Strickland comes out of the bullpen to shut down. A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. San Francisco wrote an important.
Meaty doing his job and giving up a home run. It's a 76 overall, looks like. I couldn't pick a favorite state if you asked me to.
Great job.
Back out against the Padres again. Dang.
Morton Ball is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth. Yasmani Grandal is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. Carlos Dominguez will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the eighth.
Leading off for the Padres.
In there, and it's 0-1. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slope and a blast, they could certainly use that right now.
And that's going to be a base hit, so a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning.
I don't think he understands the question, what are your fears, or how many fears he has.
We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Toward the mound, this will be a tough turn, however. Throw won't get him. And it looks like we're going to see time called here as he looked to come up a bit gingerly after he hit the first base bag. But from all indications, it looks like it won't be enough to take him out of the ball game. Digging in to try it again, Carlos Suarez. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Lifted the other way out to left center. After it is McCutcheon. He makes the play. Runner tags and hits for third. And he'll get into third here on the fly out, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Here comes the first pitch. This is skied into short left center.
Somebody get it, please.
Left fielder is on the move. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. Tagged by Posey will be too late. Safe at home plate. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Hunter Renfroe. He got called out on strikes his last time through. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pitch misses low. The throw down. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Hits this one hard the other way. Nice slide and a stop by Panic. Touche, sir. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. Giants out in front here, 4-2. Ryan Rua will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here. 6-2, the final total today. The Giants crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Tyler Beatty gets the win in relief.
Dodgers have locked up their run on the playoffs. The Giants are still fighting for that last spot.
Morton Ball has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Morton Ball.
Stepping in for the Braves, number 13. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and base hit away from tying this thing up.
Longoria barehands it.
Wow,
he is
nice
out.
throw,
And
man.
what a vital
Goodness.
play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
Goat, or CJ, I was just playing a hitter a little while ago. Yep.
The next to bat for Atlanta, Miguel Gomez. He's working on a
Got a
1
couple
for 3
hitters, actually,
thus
now that I
far.
think about it.
And now pitch on the way. Knuckleball below the knees, 1-0. Now some action in the Braves bullpen as they'll stand up a right-hander to get loose. And he falls behind.
But I haven't been playing one for
This at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a
recorded
fastball
series.
yet,
I've just
but
been
now he gets
streaming
to
them.
count at 2 balls and no
favorite
strikes.
team, Phillies.
He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
2-0 pitch on the way. Down
Oh,
low.
meaty.
And the plot thickens
Come on,
here,
dude.
3-0.
I know you got it in you to get a strike.
This game is way too close to be walking.
I don't know what else
guys,
you
so
got in you.
We'll
God
see if he
knows
can
what.
make him swing the bat
Oh,
on this next pitch.
blue.
And he lays off ball 4. So now
What
the
a
potential
disgrace.
tying run here is aboard late in the game.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Stepping in now, Rob Brantley. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. Last time through was a base hit. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. A little down the line. Throw not
Oh,
in
you
time to
gotta
get
be
him, and
kidding
how
me,
about
Meaty.
that? An unlikely infield single.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan.
Man, Posey should have had that one.
Executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy. You can read that right off the
I
bat
mean,
as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay,
The typical
there's a quick
answer,
out.
I think, would
Just
be
look
Mike
at that
Schmidt,
tape.
favorite Phillies
Takes a look
player.
down at the knees for a strike.
I don't know. Chase Utley was pretty good. Jim Thome.
On the ground at first, can this be 2? To second for 1. On to first,
All
it's a
right,
double
double
play. As their
play.
woes continue, the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. It's the Giants 2 and the Braves 1.
I thought it was a really classy act by the
ball now
Dodgers
in
to
inning
let
number
Utley
9.
play a couple times when they were
Always
in
nice to get the first
Philly
game
this
of
year.
the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. San Francisco jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave.
And we have sealed our postseason ticket. So, guess what? Meaty made it to the show after Jason, but he made it to the playoffs before Jay did. Oh, never mind. He didn't even get a chance to play. What a shit show. Eliminated by the Brewers. Brewers took it over the Chicago Cubs, lost to the Dodgers. And the Dodgers took it in 5 in the World Series. And we have about a zillion people retire. Including, I'm sure, people who have no business retiring. Robbie Cano.
A check-in call from a representative. New to the majors, this player is offered schooling on the structure
Well,
of his
now I
contract.
get the chance to ask.
The agent moves on from that topic. The player is not content with the way he's being used.
And they're going to bump me down to AAA. That stinks. At least I'm on the AAA spring. At least I'm on the spring training roster, I hope.
A stripling major leaguer is challenged to make spring training count.
Baul will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 0, Baul.
Alex Verdugo is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. And a ball 1-0.
First baseman, Alex Verdugo.
And Verdugo goes in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
The count now at 2-1.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I much prefer the orange uniforms over the black, but it doesn't look too bad.
The 2-1 home. It is a fastball in off the plate for a ball.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
3-2, full count. Roller back to the mound. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
What are you doing?
And they'll have no play as he reaches
You
first base
useless
safely.
fat bastard.
Hey, I can only take you inside the mind of the batter right here. Had a lot of swinging bunts in my day. Soon as that ball hits the dirt in front of you, you are getting down the first base line. When you smell a knock, I don't care what it looks like, you are getting it down the line.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Hey, any way you can, any way you can. Here we go. You got no outs here.
The 2-1 on its way. A big swing at a little pitch. The knuckleball has him fall behind. Popped him up. Garcia over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Josh Rutledge will be summoned off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with a runner at first and 1 gone in the inning. A high fastball is in there. Verdugo, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. And struck him out. Next for the Dodgers, Andrew Toles. He laid down a sacrifice bunt in his last trip. First offering on its way.
I'm kind of putting this off.
And this is fouled at the
I need
plate.
to do some more recording for Jason, but I'm just about out of storage.
Swing and a ball yanked down the right field line.
Oh,
and
that's
it
a
gets
good
down and
hit.
ought to be good for extra bases. Verdugo rounds third and is digging for the plate. Is in time.
All
And
right.
he's cut down at the plate as they team
Thrown
up
out
to
on
gun
the
him
base
down.
paths
So
like
it's
a
no run
nincompoop.
on 2
So,
hits,
Raga,
no
do you know what a
errors,
split-fingered
and 1 man
fastball
left
is?
on base. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. LA's on top, 1-0.
It's where you seat the baseball between your index and middle finger.
Bottom half of the 8th.
Kind of, you split your fingers and you put the ball between them. A split finger, you hold kind of with your fingertips, but a forked ball you hold more with you hold it deeper in your grip so it comes out slower.
The final score. The Dodgers took the lead
So
in
it's
the
a little
second
bit, it's
inning
kind of
and
like a
rode that until the
changeup,
very end. Walker Buehler
but it's
pitches
got
well.
more like downward action, which makes it kind of a weird pitch for a submarine pitcher to throw. But, who's counting? During the last stream, which would have been last week or the week before.
To the bottom of the 9th. Geraldo Velasno will try to get his club a little 9th inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here.
Leading off for the
Ball
Royals.
1.
Blue.
Center fielder, Geraldo Velasno.
The knuckleball giggling at him as it goes by. 1-1. Typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty V, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
Chopped weakly to the left. Crawford fields it cleanly. Throw in time at first for out number 2. And that retires the side. KC down in order. They hold on on a real offensive show with 11.
Get music as fresh as your sneaker game. Listen to Hip Hop Supreme to hear the hottest tracks burning up the underground. Find the next rapper to reign supreme, only on SoundCloud. Stream the Hip Hop Supreme playlist from your home screen today.
Welcome to the Monster Cat Bar.
Mort Ball is out from the bullpen now as he'll work in his 3rd game so far this spring.
Ball.
John Ryan Murphy is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Murphy. Leading off for Arizona.
High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. McCutcheon is under it, and that's the first out of the inning. Rob Refsnyder will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Hey, here we go. All right, 1 time right here. Hey, we got 1.
There's a knuckleball that dances right over the outside corner for a strike.
Come on, guy, get your pitch up there.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. This is skied out toward right. And that'll take care of the pinch hitter here for route number 2. Steven Souza will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Let's see if I can't get
We're in the 7th inning with a good finish brewing. 3-1 our score. Oh, now here's a drive out to the alley.
No, I can't get you.
He's through first and hustling for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That's what happens when a slider doesn't do what you want it to do. That was just one of those cement mixers, kind of just spinning but doing nothing. Nice job of punishing that pitch and picking up 2 bags on 1 swing.
Gorkys Hernandez will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. That's in there. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Well, I think I might be closing up shop after this one, because I got some stuff I need to do.
Right there to
not least of which record a couple episodes of Jason for
pressure
posting.
off your pitcher going into the bottom part of the inning.
Yeah, Dan, no doubt. As an offense, all you're trying to do is put your pitchers in positions to be successful. Giving them that 3-run cushion has to make you feel good.
And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. Hernandez is off at first with 2 away. Bouncer up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
I'll finish up the game, but like, yeah, I'm just about done here, I think.
On the ground toward the hole, and it's through. A base hit. Hernandez is on his way home, and he's safe at the...
You're a former closer, warming up. When you see a 3-run lead, and then your offense gets it to 4, and you know that save situation's gone out the window. Don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Oh, it does hurt you. Oh, it does, because, Dero, the only way you're going to get into this game is it has to be a save situation.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Diamondbacks 5 and the Giants 1. Number 78 is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
5-3 the final score in this afternoon's game. Arizona took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. De La Rosa takes home the win. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to theshownation.com.
All right, kiddos, I think that's about going to do it for me. So until next time, I'm Tyron Tabor, and I will see you at the ballpark. Have a good night.